Hello, my name is Neil, and welcome to Silver Threads. Today on r/ShortStories, I will tell you the timeless classics of two men and their favorite objects. Both stories today have been posted by Fork in the Road 12. The Old Man That Yelled at a Glass of Milk. Once upon a time, there was an old man that yelled at a glass of milk. The glass of milk didn't do anything except being a simple glass of milk. The old man was lonely and lived in a small yurt in the backwoods of northern Michigan. One afternoon, he bought milk from his local grocers and poured himself a nice glass of ice-cold milk. When he took a sip, he started having casual conversations with the milk. It started with small talk, such as asking about the weather and asking about its feelings. Then the conversations escalated to talking about the future, philosophy, and life. 2 months later, the old man grew tired of the milk. He was still drinking out of that same glass of milk. Inside that glass was the same milk from 2 months ago. The old man took a sip out of the glass once a month. By now, the milk would have turned nasty and smelly, but it didn't. The milk was immortal. It was ageless. That milk could go on for years and even decades without going bad. No one knows why. Even when it was super old and months past its expiration date, the milk still looked beautiful and white. The old man grew jealous of the milk. That piece of fluid could retain its youth and beauty, but the old man himself couldn't do that. Instead, as the old man aged, he had saggier wrinkles, more liver spots, and a receding hairline that went all the way to the back of his ears. The more jealous the old man became of the milk, the angrier he became. He yelled at the milk regularly. Everything irritated the old man about the milk. The angrier he became, the whiter and more beautiful the milk became. Next thing, the milk was glowing and developed a glittery rainbow aura around the glass. After seeing what this glass of milk was doing to his self-image, the old man grabbed the glass and tossed it against the wall, but the glass never broke. The milk never poured out. The milk became prettier, whiter, shinier, and stronger. It tasted better and creamier. It was the most beautiful glass of milk in the world. Odd enough, the old man's wrinkles sagged even further down his face. He was beginning to look like a bloodhound with a giant bald spot. The angrier he became, the glass of milk in turn became brighter, more vibrant, and more attractive. When the glass of milk became more attractive, the old man became uglier. Next thing, the old man couldn't speak anymore. His ramblings were unrecognizable. His face was so saggy and wrinkly, he couldn't speak without lifting his saggy upper lip and chin to speak. The old man eventually turned into a sagging sack of human meat, while the glass of milk turned into, well, nothing. It was still a glittery glass of beauty. Had the old man learned to shut up, controlled his jealousy over a piece of liquid, and drank his milk, he would have been just as beautiful as that glass of milk. That was truly a tragic tale of man's endless yearning for acceptance. Our next story is more romantic. The Man That Married a Toaster. Once upon a time, there was a man named Henry that married a toaster. Henry didn't expect to marry a toaster. It all happened when he was dating this woman that had an obsession with avocado toast. Henry didn't like avocado, toast, or this woman, but he was always at her house. One day, when he was at her house, again, she was showering, and Henry was at the kitchen making cereal. He always came to her house to make breakfast because his old apartment had a doorless microwave, a mini fridge, and a broken coffee maker for the kitchen. While making the cereal, he heard a whisper. He turned around. There was the whisper again. He thought someone else was in the apartment. He grabbed a butter knife to see where the whisper came from. And then he heard, "Hey, it's me, the toaster." He walked up to the toaster and whispered back, "Are you talking?" "Yeah, dumbass," replied the toaster. The toaster told him about life as a toaster with this woman. He hated it. It's every toaster's worst nightmare. With all the avocado toast the woman makes, it's no wonder no toaster lasted more than 6 months. The toaster didn't want to have the same fate as the other toasters. The toaster wanted to live with someone that would give it love and not just shove avocado and a slice of bread down its throat. Henry didn't even question why a toaster was talking. He didn't even question his sanity to see if this was even real. Maybe the cheap perfume this woman wore was finally getting to his brain. Anyways, without hesitation, he unplugged the toaster and walked out of the apartment. The woman came out of the shower and saw that her man and her toaster was gone. In the span of a few months, the toaster dictated Henry's life. The toaster told him to break up with his girlfriend, told him what to eat, when to eat, what to wear, and when to go to bed. The toaster also boosted his ego by showering him with compliments, or lies, about his intelligence and looks. Toaster was Henry's mother, leader, master, god, and his ass kisser. The toaster brainwashed him. Everywhere he went, he took his toaster with him. He took it to the grocery store, to the mechanic to service his old Ford Focus. He also took it to his mother's house so he could introduce the toaster to his family. The rest of the family thought he was crazy. They thought his crazy behavior was his way to cope after breaking up with his girlfriend, even though that wasn't true. Their son was just crazy. Henry's relationship with the toaster escalated when he proposed to it. The toaster cried toaster tears, but everyone else rolled their eyes. He knew without the toaster he is nothing. He needed his toaster every day, every hour, and every second. He needed the toaster for affirmation, confirmation, and to boost his ego. He couldn't part with his toaster. He took it everywhere he went in his apartment. He slept with it, as in they just share a bed. He took it to the bathroom to use the potty, and he also took it to the living room to watch Sunday Night Football. He was more dependent on that toaster than he was to his mother when he was a kid, even though the toaster didn't pay the bills. Henry wasn't the first person the toaster did this to. That toaster has been married to 8 other people before him. What happened to them is a topic for another story. But for now, even though his family is very close to sending him to the crazy house, Henry and his toaster are very happy. User I am a toaster ask me anything left a comment asking what I'm sure everyone is wondering. Did they consummate the marriage? To which our author replies, Henry thought about that, but he decided to put a Pop-Tart inside the toaster instead. A wise choice. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Because if you do, I'll give you the best glass of milk you have ever seen. If you prefer the podcast format, I upload every episode to the Silver Threads podcast, available on most popular platforms. If you would like to submit any story ideas or contact me for business purposes, please please email me at storiesforsilverthreads@gmail.com. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you all next time for another story.